stop being lazy. I have a confession to make. Something about this just feels really wrong. I don't know whether it's just because I'm sick that I'm extra grumpy, but I am sick and tired of like body guilt. One of the things in particular that I have kept kind of secret and hidden is that I have made these like inner vows that I will fit into particular size clothing that I don't fit into anymore. Maybe I've had these clothes for like years, or I had them in a time when I was really unwell and so I'd lost lots of weight. I'm sick of all that crap being in my wardrobe and just making me feel ashamed that I'm this size right now, when actually I just want to be confident and happy in my own skin and in my own body. So I'm going to go through my wardrobe and I'm going to chuck out anything that doesn't fit me anymore, that I've just kept around because I'm hoping, or I vowed to myself that one day I will fit in it again. Not even because I like it, maybe just because it's a particular size and I'd feel really triumphant that I lost or shed loads of weight, but I don't think that will make me happy anymore, because when I was sick I lost a lot of weight and I was still really unhappy with my body. I know in me that it is a like mindset thing and it's a heart thing, it's not a physical thing. And I'm going to check out anything that I don't like on my body. Some things that just feel kind of tight, or maybe they don't fit me right anymore because I've put on weight in different places, or I'm more muscular in different areas. Maybe I just don't like the style, but somebody else can have that and I'm going to donate those. And then anything that I just never wear. If I've had it in my wardrobe and I haven't worn it all year, then I should probably just get rid of it because it's a waste. Can you tell I'm procrastinating by talking so much? Creaky floor. Hopefully I can get this done in the next hour before Dan gets home. Let's go. These two boxes, these shelves, and this half of the wardrobe is all mine. This is gonna be a lot. I'm just fixing the tripod. This is like a sweatpants mini skirt, but my booty has gotten bigger and I can't fit into this. Every 30-year-old needs a school skirt. I love it. I think it's a little bit gothic, so I'm gonna keep that one. This is the same kind of thing, except it's a cheaper version. It's from Primark and it's red, but Now these trousers I love because my best friend Emma got them for me. Look, they have cats on the knees, but I don't fit into them anymore, so they're gonna have to go. Sorry, Emma. I also like never wear blue jeans. I don't know why. I love these jeans. I don't know if I fit into these anymore, so I'm gonna have to try them on. These are some leather look leggings that I bought. I genuinely don't think my butt is gonna fit into them. I love this mini skirt, but it is not gonna fit around my, so that can go. It's a vest that is like a midi length dress, but it's totally see-through. Oh my god, this one is heavy. If you would believe it, I have a lot of dresses. Ball. So far, we just have a bunch of like heaps in my bedroom right now. This is the donate pile. This kind of area here is stuff that I need to try on. And this pile is the keep pile. I just want to make sure that I'm not keeping things in my wardrobe that I definitely can't fit into anymore, and I'm pressuring myself to try. I forgot I have more jumpers over here. There they are, hiding away. So I think I've done pretty well. I've minimized from 2 boxes to 1. I've put all my knitwear from 1 box into this one. Everything hanging up I will wear regularly, but I'm pretty impressed with my donate pile. All of this I'll be donating. I think for now we are done here. I'm pretty happy. I feel really good, just clear-headed when I look at my wardrobe. If you are unhealthy, if you want to get fit, that's great, but it is not worth trying to shed a bunch of weight and diet and make yourself miserable just to fit into an item of clothing. You can always give it away, buy something new, alter it, or alter your perception and your frame of mind. I feel like I'm rambling now, so I'm gonna go. So it's the next day and I have a confession to make. I actually made some notes on my phone because I just really want it to be clear when I share with you guys. So forgive me if I'm checking my phone. Let's get settled in here. So after everything I said yesterday about ending on a really high note and feeling really great and not feeling shamed by having smaller clothes in my wardrobe anymore, I ended up finding some old Levi's that Dan bought for me. I think he bought them for me about 3 years ago. Obviously, I wasn't going to fit into them. Obviously, I knew that, I was expecting that, and I just tried them on to make sure. And yes, they didn't fit me. I took them off and I started to put them in the pile and I instantly felt guilty. Now, what I want to be clear about is that I didn't feel guilty about my own body, which I guess is the surprising thing. I guess I assumed that my bad body image only affected the way I feel about my physical body. But in actuality, I didn't feel ashamed of my size. I didn't look at myself and go oh, you're so gross because you can't fit into these jeans, you need to lose weight. That's not where my head was at all. I was actually still just yep, I don't fit into these, fine. Still feeling really confident, still feeling myself, still happy with the shape that I am and my health overall. But the thing that occurred to me and the thing that made me feel really guilty as I was putting these jeans on the pile, that it would be a waste and it would be lazy if I didn't just keep these jeans around to motivate me to lose weight. Because Dan bought them for me and how dare I throw away something he's given me just because it doesn't fit anymore. And it's only laziness if I don't lose weight and I just throw them away. That's the quick option. Why can't I put in the hard work to lose weight to fit into these jeans? And I didn't really think anything of it at the time because I was just seeing these thoughts as motivation. And in general, motivation is a good thing, right? It's good to want to exercise and be healthy, and it's good to have healthy goals, but it still didn't feel right in my head. So I was just sat there and I was wait, why doesn't this feel right in my heart and in my head? Something about this just feels really wrong. Now, I talked about motivation and how it's a good thing, and yes, it's a good thing if it's getting you to do something good, but ultimately motivation is like a moot point. Motivation only gets you to act up until the point where you lose motivation. Soon enough, you're going to have to find that motivation from somewhere else just to keep going. And any negative motivation or thoughts like it's shameful and you're less than if you don't fit into these jeans again is really unhealthy and even more unhelpful in the long run. Because it's like a drug addiction, right? When the negative motivation runs out, you're going to need to find something more potent, more strong. So from thinking thoughts that don't necessarily look that negative, just hey, why don't you try and fit back into these jeans again? Stop being lazy, start showing self-control. It moves on to something much more negative. If you don't lose weight each day, if you don't stop eating carbs, if you miss a workout, if you eat junk food, then you are shameful. You are less than and you are worthless, and you will not be happy until you lose that weight, until you change your body, until you diet, until you XYZ. I don't know what the goal is, but ultimately the message we're sending ourselves down the road is going to be so much worse and so much more toxic and unhealthy. Now, I had the evening after this to sit down with my husband and tell him how I was feeling, and he was obviously really supportive and really great and reminded me that I don't want to go back in time to when I fitted into these jeans. I'm a more grown person physically, yes, but also mentally and spiritually, and our marriage has grown. And so yeah, he was really, really supportive and encouraging, and he affirmed me and my character, not just my physical body. And then this morning I sat down in my quiet time with God and I read my devotional, and it really just hit home. And what I realized ultimately is, on this journey that I'm sharing with you guys about good body image and growing into better self-esteem, I don't need more motivation. I need to grow in discernment. Now, discernment is the ability to judge well, but as Christians we're given the Holy Spirit so we can discern what's good or bad for us in our lives, so we can discern how sin is affecting us, or when the devil is lying to us, or when God's calling us to do something. So if I'm letting things into my mind like, you have no self-control unless you lose weight to fit into these particular pair of jeans, without any second thought as to whether they're good for me or bad for me, I'm ultimately not showing any signs of discernment. And a greater show of self-control is not skipping a meal, it's being able to train our minds through discipline to be able to recognize which thoughts are actually going to be beneficial for us and which thoughts are going to lead us down a path of more negativity and more bad self-image, body image, and poor mental health. So all my initial thoughts about the jeans weren't necessarily about my physical body right now, but they were about my character. I thought that if I threw the jeans away, it would show lack of character, that I was unwilling to have self-control. Now, the Bible says in Philippians 4 verse 8, fill your minds with those things that are good and deserve praise, things that are true, noble, right, pure, lovely, and honorable. And the thoughts that entered my mind when I put these jeans on that pile were not honoring to my body, were not loving to myself, and ultimately not good. And if I let these kinds of small thoughts sink into my mind without practicing the discernment as to whether I agree with them or whether I want to commit to them or vow to keep them, I'm going to end up getting wrapped up into a cycle of negativity really quickly. So yes, I'm going to continue to exercise. I'm a dance teacher and a youth worker, so that's kind of part of the job. I really like fitness. I like working out. Oh, but I hate to jump. I hate a burpee. But in general, I like to work out. I like clothes. I like fashion. I like my Levi jeans. I just don't fit into them anymore. But I am done with body guilt, body shame. I'm done with letting my clothes shame me into thinking I should be smaller, as if my clothes are shaming me and I'm not just doing the shaming myself. But ultimately, I want my workout and my exercise and my physical body to reflect that I have good health, including my mental health, which means that I'm just going to have to keep practicing on my discernment and asking God to help me be more self-controlled about the thoughts that I let into my head. So yeah, I know this is probably not where you thought this video was going to go. I wasn't either. I mean, I was determined to chuck out some old clothes that don't fit me so I would feel better about not being able to fit into them. But I wasn't quite ready to reach such a deep level of reflection just from decluttering. Jeez. Well, thanks for sticking it out with me. I want to keep trying to share as much honestly as possible with you guys about where I'm at with my body image. If any of you guys out there can relate to how I'm feeling, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below and I will be praying for you. And I hope that if you were going through the same sort of thing that I'm going through, if you're having these thoughts, if you feel ashamed that you can't fit into clothes anymore, if you relate to any of the sort of mess that's going on in my head and my heart, I hope that some of my rambling today has helped you choose discernment over negative motivation. And that is where I'm going to land today. What a day. Bye for now, guys.